So today we'll be talking about subnetting. So we'll explore subnetting, a crucial concept in networking that enhances security, performance, and efficient IP allocation. So we'll be covering IP classes, IPv4 and IPv6, CIDR, and subnetting benefits. So what is subnetting? A technique to divide a larger network into smaller, manageable subnetworks or subnets improves network efficiency, security, and performance. So, ano ba yung mga mga benefits niya or yung mga advantages? So, it reduces network congestion, increases security by isolating network selections, and it's efficient IP address allocation. So, what are IP classes? So, IP classes are categorized into five classes: A, B, C, D, and E. Each class has predefined range of addresses. In the early days, networks used classful addressing, but it wasn't flexible enough, leading to CIDR adoption. So, in a small business, yung class C mostly yung ginagamit yung sa mga small business. So, ito yung mga detailed specifications for each class. So, what is IPv4? It's an Internet Protocol version 4. Is the most widely used addressing system. So, yung IPv4 uses 4 octets. Yung in binary, it's 8 ones or 8 digits. So it's limited to 4.3 billion unique addresses, uses CIDR or classes interdomain routing for efficient allocation. So may mga limitations din to si IPv4, which is IPv4 addresses are running out. So limited na siya and not enough for the growing number of internet connected devices. So if may limitation na to si IPv4, syempre may something better naman, which is the IPv6. So the Internet Protocol version 6 was introduced to replace IPv4, a 128-bit address format. Provides trillions of unique addresses, supports better security and faster routing. As you can see, yung format niya mas mahaba na. So compared to sa IPv4 na 4 octets lang, as you can see, it's longer na para more use. So benefits, larger address space, built-in security, no need for network address translation. So subnetting is the process of dividing larger network into smaller subnetworks. Like discussed kanina, it improves network performance, security, IP efficient address allocation. So, understanding the class inter-domain routing notation is used to define subnets. It replaces traditional class-based addressing for more flexibility. So, eto yung IPv4. I'll teach you how to solve or look for the IP range and the number of usable hosts. So, yung example niya is or let's just say ito na lang for so what does this slash 24 mean? It means that sa oc- sa number of ones in the 4 octets, there will be 24 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So, yung matitirang space is maging 0 na siya. Which explains why ito, 0 to siya. And why is this 255? So if you add this and turn it, you turn the binary into decimal, it would be 255. So yung 1851 is the network address. Tapos there are three more things na you should look for, which is the first and last host. So if you turn this into binary form, it would be wait, sobra. Eight. So this would be equal to 0. So yung first three octets niya would be also the same for the first and last host. So just copy that. So how do we look for this broadcast? Before we look for the first and last host, ito muna yung hanapin natin yung broadcast para easy na lang. So, since 24 yung number of ones and wala na ones dito, we minus that here. So which would be 0 also. Uh, so since wala siyang 1, the imaginary line would be here. So 0, 0. Since walang 1 or para maging same siya sa 1, then you would find the complementary of 0, which is 1. So this is 1, 1. Now you would convert this to decimal. So that's 128, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. So, so 28, 64, and so forth. Then if you add it all, it would be equal to 255. So, oops. Lang, tagal. So,
Okay
yung
lang.
broadcast address niya, magiging ano na, 180, 198.51.100.255. Yun na yung magiging broadcast address niya. So, I can't move the screen. O, then, so, by looking for the first house, you just add this by 1. Oops. So, 1 yan. Then, the last host, you just minus it by 1 dito sa broadcast host. Broadcast address. So, that's 254. Then, there na. You have the network address, first host, last host, and broadcast address. So, moving on. So, ano ba yung benefits niya? So, it improves network performance, which reduces congestion by isolating network traffic, enhances security, allows firewall rules and access control per subnet, and better IP management, prevents wastage of IP addresses. Fault isolation network issues can be contained in a subnet without affecting the entire network. So, what's the security benefits of subnetting? Subnetting supports network security by isolating critical systems from public-facing services, allowing different firewall rules per subnet, reducing attack surface by segmenting sensitive data and preventing unauthorized access between subnets. Yun lang. Yun lang, sir.
Okay, sige. Ano lang ako, magdadagdag lang ako ng some things that they might not, we're not able to, baka hindi masyadong naintindihan. First, when you talk about IP address, dalawa yung parts dyan eh. You have the hosts and the network. Or, baliktarin natin, networks and host. Isang number, host, network, divide. Depending on the kind of class, kasi merong sinabi kanina, class A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E. Meron pa yatang F. This is experimental. As of now, what's being used are class A, class B, and class C. Yan yung mga classes. Yung class D, class E, wala, hindi yan ginagamit. These are for special use. So, as you can see, sa class A, mas malaki yung networks. You can imagine network as like an organization. So, tapos yung host, probably these are the different computers that are in an organization. So, ganun yung counting eh. So, pag class A ka, ibig sabihin, maraming organizations, relatively konti lang yung host. So, meron ka maraming grupo, konting members sa isang grupo. Okay? Siguro mas madali kung ganun. For class B, more or less the same number of groups. Tapos, medyo mas marami siya ng networks kesa dun sa class A. Mas marami ba? Mas konti pala. Mas konti. Kaya lang, dumami naman yung number of members. And class C, mas konti yung groups, mas malaki yung number of members per group. Yun yung differences. Now, when you do subnetting, sometimes you might want to use the group. Gusto mo i-convert yung group, which is the network side, into host side. Kasi minsan nakukulangan ka eh. Nakukulangan ka ng IP address. So that's one of the reason why you do subnetting. Diba? You're converting the network side into hosts. Okay, we'll have more example probably, and I'll try to find a better video na would explain this better than me and then Cello. Tapos isa pang dapat nating tandaan, there are two types of IP addresses. One is public IP address and the other one is public IP address. The one that's being used for the internet para magkakakitaan yung mga so that you can send information and to some host, and the host will be able to receive the information. Dapat may naka-assign na unique IP address. Okay? But what is being recognized when you're in the internet is the private IP addresses. Yung public IP addresses, parang strategy yan eh. They wanted to reuse kasi nga sinabi nga doon nga kanina na konti na lang yung IP addresses, naubos na. So they made a strategy to create a private IP address. So to extend the number of available addresses. May mga special addresses yan like 1917110, that's something that's for class A. For class B, that's 1192. For class C, meron naman 2224 ata, etc. So they can only be used for private. Again, we will discuss about that later on. Tapos there was a mention about NAT. Yung NAT is Network Address Translator. I'm mentioning this because that's how the internet is able to ultimately find the certain host in a certain location. Kasi nagkakahalo-halo na yung private IP address pati yung public IP addresses. And NAT is the one that will translate, basically ibababa niya dun sa gumagamit niya, tinitignan niya yung routing table. Now I'm talking about so many things. Routing table, and then from the routing table it will determine if this particular public IP address is carrying some private IP addresses, something like that. So, yun yung nagkakaroon ng NAT. But all of this, on the user side, you really don't have to worry. Kasi, yung mga ano lang ang talagang nag-worry about this, mga network admin. Whenever they configure the router, basically yung router yung kinikonfigure dito and they put IP addresses there. In our case, we don't have to worry because of the DHCP, which stands for Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. So, yung server na mismo nagbibigay sa atin ng IP address. We don't have to worry about our IP address anymore. Si DHCP na is one of those protocol. And nowadays, ang binibigay na IP addresses sa atin as users are private IP addresses. I'll discuss more about this one of this day, yung private and public IP addresses. Ayan. So far, yun yung mga some of the things that I would like to clarify. So, yun. Can we have more example, Shelo, dun sa pag-compute? Try mo kaya tong class B, mag-compute ka ulit ng subnetting.
Class B.
Meron kang sample dun dun sa table mo, sa class B. Meron alang class A and class dun sa subnetting. Ayan.
Saan dito, sir?
Yung second. Yan, second.
Ito, sir.
Compute natin yan. Yes. Balikan natin yung computation. Yung 28 dyan, although from IP address, meron pa rin siyang class, kaya lang tinawag siyang classless kasi we no longer, in a way, even if they really have classes, pero because of the strategy that they are employing on how to compute or how to subnet, paano niya tatanggalin, paano niya optimize yung yung IP address niya. Hindi mo na titignan kung anong class A, class ba siya, class A, class B, class C. So automatically, depende na dun sa numbering, like for example, in this case, meron kang 198.51, 198.51.100.0 or tapos 198.51.100.15. Tapos yung ano mo 255.255.240/28. Wala ka nang iisipin pa kung anong class yan. Before, it's a different way of subnetting But nowadays, i-represent mo lang yung slash mo will represent the number of bits that will be converted into 0 or 1 depending on where you're going to look at, or depending if you're going to look at the broadcast address or the bits that you will use, that you will transform into hosts. So, ganun na yan ngayon. So, anyway, sige, Shelo, pakita mo yung /28.
So, yung /28, so, magiging ano siya? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, that would be 8
24
times
pa lang
3.
yan. 24. So, meron
24.
ka pa.
24 ba?
24 pa lang yan. So, meron ka pang 4.
Then, 4. So, maging ano siya, dito siya. I-add.
Sige, dagdag mo yung up and 2. 3, 4. Okay. Yan.
Yan na yung 28. Okay. And then, this one, you would translate it to decimal. So, 128 plus 64. So, that's then 32. So yan na yung decimal form ng octet na to. Then Since we're looking for this part of the octet, ima-minus mo siya dito.
Actually, the correct ano is and mo. And yung operation
Yes.
dyan. Not minus. Logical operation of and.
Pero niyo so i-translate niya pa.
Yeah.
Since same lang naman sila.
Kasi you're using the same IP address eh. If you're going to
Yeah.
use another IP address, kasi yung IP address mo na dito na nakalagay is 255.255.255.240.
Pero
But
if one lang
normally,
to,
normally, yung pinakita lang kasi dito ni Cielo, yung /24 and then what happens to the number, to the figures na. Hindi siya nagbigay ng example na talagang IP address na ko-compute natin.
meron ako dito, sir.
Okay. But if meron tayong IP address, tapos lagyan natin ng /24/28 para mas madali nilang makita. Yan.
Wait, where's ko na?
Kasi subnet na kagad yung siyempre applyan mo ng subnet, yung subnet, di talaga magiging 0. This is an example of a private IP address. 192.168. That's a private IP address. Ayan. So, ayan yung magandang example.
So, same lang.
Same lang.
Na 27.
Yeah.
27 once.
5,
6.
3. 24. 1, 2, 3. Then 0, 0 na. Okay.
So, yan.
So, yung nasa taas na nakita nyo, that is the IP address. Tapos, so, yung IP address na yan, the combination niya ng network address pati host address. Yung last figure, the 1154, represent the host address. Yung 192.168.10 is the network address. So, ginawa niya, nag/27 siya. So, ibig sabihin, yung /27, starting from the left, 1 mo lahat yan. Ito yung pinapakita ngayon niya dito. This 8, 16, 24. Binilang niya lang yung number of ones Okay. So, i-convert niya into 111. Then, gagamitin for computation. So, that's 255. Sige.
So, since ito yung last
number.
natin.
Convert mo pa yan into binary. Yeah. Sige.
Yes. So, magiging... wait. Isa-isa ko na lang para... So, you just minus it. So, para you'll know saan mo lagyan yung 1. So, ito magiging 4, then 14. So, may 1 na dito. And then, you won't place 1 na sa 64 kasi hindi na siya aabot ng 64. Same with 32. Hanggang sa 16, we'll use 16 again. Minus 16. So, 10. Then, 8. Ganyan. So, yan na yung binary form ng 154. So, you'll end gate this with the 224.
224.
So,
Okay, 224.
so ito, 1 and 1 siya. So, 1 to dito.
The rest,
So,
0.
0 na. Kasi, hindi na siya it's like multiplying. Ganun. So, if you translate this to decimal again, this would be your network address na. So, 128 yan.
Yes.
So, you have your network address as is. Ganyan.
Correct.
So, for the rest of the addresses, it would always have the same 3 octets. It won't change.
Kasi yan yung network address mo eh. As you can see, yung 3 octets, that is the network address or yan yung group address mo. Yung pinakadulo, yun yung individual address mo. Yung member of the group. Yan.
So, uunahin natin yung broadcast address since
Para mas madali ka
ibe-base
na
na
lang
lang naman din dun.
mag-minus. Oh, yeah. Good.
So, since dito, nag-stop yung 1, dito ka rin lalagay ng imaginary line mo. So, you'd bring this down, then you'd get the complementary of this zeros. So, magiging 1 yung lahat. Then, you'd convert it again to decimal form, which is 31 kasi minus 1 lang naman yun. 31 plus 128. 159. So, yan na yung last octet mo para sa broadcast address. 159. Just remove this. So, para naman sa first host, you just add 1. So, that's 128 plus 1.
129. Yeah.
129. Then, for the last host, you minus it sa 159. So, that's 158. Yun na.
Okay. Again, ganito. Wag mo lang, pause mo lang dyan. So, ibig sabihin, yung network address niya, yung kabuang network address niya is 192.168.10.128. Yan yung network address niya, ha? And then, yung first host address niya, ibig sabihin yung individual address, 129, then the next is 130, 131. Yung dulo lang titignan natin, ha? We will retain the first 3 octets. Yan kasi yung network eh. Until 158. Tapos pagdating na naman ulit sa broadcast address, yun yung 159. Ano ba yung mga address na to? Ito yung mga host address. These are assigned to the computers connected to the network. So, yun yung mga host address. Yung broadcast address, you use this if you are sending information to all the hosts in the network. Magpapadala ka ng that's why it's called broadcast. Just like broadcasting, di ba? You're broadcasting something, everybody can listen. So that's the use of the broadcast address. So if you want to send information to all the hosts in the network, this is the address that you will use. Yan. So yan yung ibig sabihin ng mga yan. Yung network address naman, if you want to find somebody in the group, dito ka naman magpapadala sa address na to, 192.168.100.128. So pag yan yung address na yan, alam na natin na from 129 to 158, it's a member of that particular network. And then the 159 is the address if you want to talk to everybody, if you want to send information to everybody. Yun. Try pa tayo isa pa. Sabi ko 3 eh. Try natin yun. Ano yung slash mo? Next slash mo? sa
Ito,
example mo. Yeah. Yan, 30. Tapos, gamit ko ulit na ibang IP address. You can use the same IP address. Pwede naman siguro.
ito na lang, sir. I-change
Oh,
ko.
sige. Change mo na lang. So, another example. Again, meron tayong magbibigay siya ng example na na address.
So, random number.
Yeah, you can do random number.
128, ganun.
Hindi. 128 is a special Don't use 128. Hindi mo pwedeng gamitin 128, 127, 255, 254. Normally, these numbers are special. Loop, yan eh. Yan, 130. 130 is okay. Slash
So,
30, slash 30 tayo. Yan.
okay. So, same thing. You 24, then 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So, that's 6 ones
Dalawa lang naiwan.
para maging 8 octet. Then, you convert this
Wait lang.
into...
Wait lang. Wait lang ha. Wag mo na ipagpatuloy. As you can
Oh,
see, dalawa na lang yung naiwan na 0 dito. So, it tells you that you can only have a maximum of 2 to the 2 na hosts. Tapos dalawa dyan, hindi mo pa pwedeng gamitin because it's the IP address and the other one is the broadcast address. So, ibig sabihin, dalawang host lang talaga yan. Di ba? Patuloy mo. Pakita natin na ano yung pang pinagsasabi ko. Sorry to disrupt you. Go.
so, yun na, i-translate siya to decimal form. So, that's 225 minus 4, 3. So, that's 252.
252.
Then this one, i-translate mo rin siya to decimal. To binary, I
To
mean.
binary. Ayan.
So that's 130, 128. So, yan. Then, doing the imaginary line thing. Wait, ayusin ka. Pick ko eh. Yan. So, same thing, and gate thing. So, this would be 1, then the rest would be zeros. So, that would be 128. So, 128 din to siya dito for the network address. As for the broadcast address, that would be 1511. So, magiging 128 plus 3.
131.
That's 131 for the broadcast address. Then, for the first host, since mag-a-add lang tayo ng 1, that's 129. Then, for the last host, minus 1, so that's 130.
Ayun
So,
yung sinasabi ko. Dalawa lang talaga yung nagamit niyang ano, dalawang tawag nito,
address.
addresses lang. Dalawang host lang. So imagine an organization, isang org na dalawang ano lang, dalawang host lang na nakakonect. Yan. So, I think napakita na namin kung paano napakita niya pala, hindi pala ako, nakikisawsaw lang ako. Michelle was able to show you how to compute. I'm going to provide you with more resources para makapag-practice kayo if you want to practice how to solve the subnetting. But for now, I'd like to thank Michelle for reporting on how to do network subnetting and also giving us the introduction about IP addressing. So maraming salamat. I will end the video now. Wait, saan ba nag-end ng video? Okay. Yan. Bye-bye.